Welcome to episode 133, The Real Reason You Can't Get Dressed in the Morning. Think you're the only one struggling to put together an outfit in the morning? The struggle is real and you are not alone. Fortunately, the answer can be quite simple, and in this episode, I'm diving deep to share with you the 5 reasons you struggle to get dressed and what you can do about it. But first, is your style in need of a jumpstart? Then I have just the thing for you. Find Your Signature Style is my flagship course, and it is a culmination of everything I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. This course gives you exactly what you need to build the foundation for your style, to build your wardrobe, to learn how to love shopping, and to fall in love with your style. Whether you feel like you don't have a style, you've lost your style, or your style just needs a little bit of a jump start, this is exactly the course for you. Designed to give you all the elements you need in 3 simple steps. We make finding your style as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the show notes or go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and get ready to rock your style today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michele, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michele Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Well, hello, beautiful. Hello and welcome. I'm sitting here with my beautiful cup of joyous tea from Club Magic Hour, and they are not a sponsor here yet, although if you buy their tea, maybe you should mention to them that they should advertise here because I love their tea and I love it so much. I am just happy to share. But it's a cup of joyous tea, and if you like Earl Grey, this is like Earl Grey but different. And it's hard to describe, but it makes me happy. And it's supposed to open up your sacral chakra, which I love. Now, today, I'm going to share with you the reason why you can't get dressed in the morning. And you might be saying, well, I got dressed just fine today. But here's what I'm sharing. And here's why I'm sharing it. Because over on Instagram, I don't know if you follow me, but if you don't, I would love to have you come join me over there. I have women reach out to me every day and basically say, help, I can't get dressed. Help, I'm having a problem figuring out what to wear to this event. Help, my body is this. They're having a challenge. And I know that they're not alone. We are all in this together. And I know that when one woman actually does reach out and say something, there are so many others who have the same struggle that just haven't asked. So I'm going to go through today really 5 things to help you get dressed more easily. And it starts with what I call building your foundation. Now, you do know, chances are you've heard by now, that we have recently launched my signature course, and it's called Find Your Signature Style. And it's really based on everything that I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. From the ground up. This is where it starts. And I think a lot of women might think, well, having your colors done or working with a style coach is like not for everybody. But I am telling you, this information can help every single person ever to get dressed. Man, woman, child, doesn't matter your age. In fact, you may have heard me mention recently that my stepdaughter's birthday was recently. And one thing she had on her birthday list, she turned 22, she wants a color analysis. And so I am going to be doing her color analysis very soon. And I am super, super excited. I have been with her dad for 10 years. Jim and I are about to celebrate our 10th anniversary coming up in December. And for 10 years, she has heard me talk about color and silhouette and what her face shape is and what her body type is and how to put things together and what style neckline is right for her. And it's kind of, some of it she's taken in, some of it has kind of gone in one ear and out the other. But I think now she's at the age where she can really appreciate that. But then my other stepdaughter, Sarah, she came to me and said, I need to build a wardrobe capsule. And I'm like, this is great. Like, you guys are realizing what value this can provide. It's not just for women of a certain age. It's not just for women who have a certain profession. It's not just for a certain type of person. This is universal information. And it is information that can literally, it can help everybody. I even, with my son, Dylan, you've heard me talk about taking him shopping. And so he's really keyed in on what his best colors are. We built a wardrobe capsule. And I'll be honest though, he needs to branch out. He's kind of stuck on his browns. I'm like, I love brown for you. It is your new black. However, let's branch out a little bit. Let's wear something different. I think he just wants to wear the same thing over and over and over. But, I probably did when I was 16 too. So I give him some grace. But what I want to impart with you today is that even if you feel like you don't have a struggle getting dressed, knowing this information, or at least what to look for, will help make it easier. Easier to not only get dressed, but also easier to go shopping, easier to know what your style is. And guess what that does? That builds your confidence, right? Like everything that I talk about is meant to help you feel more confident, help you have more clarity, help you walk out the door feeling like I am amazing. I don't want you to walk out the door having doubts about who you are, or worried about your hair, or worried about your pants, or your shoes, or are these jeans still in style? Or if you don't know about your jeans, go listen to my podcast, episode number 127. I go over jeans for women over 40. And you need to know that, because it's not that you need to be like the biggest trendsetter ever, but just having that information will help you to know that you're on point or on trend. We don't want to be necessarily in style, but we don't want to be out of style, right? I think that's what I hear from so many women. They don't necessarily want to be trendsetters, but they don't want to feel like they're frumpy in the frumpy zone. They don't want to feel like they're out of style. And so there is a way to really pay attention and keep up with certain things without feeling like you have to be trendy, right? Just keep up with what's in, what's out, what small tweaks can you make? It's those small tweaks you can make every season, or, every so often, that will keep you in your style groove and keep your style game strong. So today, the real reason you can't get dressed in the morning is because you don't have these 5 things. So I want to walk you through this, and then I'm going to help you find the solution, because it's not hard. And I know it can be so simple to look at somebody who's got great style and think, well, she was just born with it. But that is simply not true. Like myself, I have a lot of women who tell me, oh, you just probably just have been dressing well since the get-go. Well, I'll be honest, I had very stylish parents, and I did have a good eye for style. But when I learned this information, it was a game changer. I still, even when I had good style before I knew this information, I would still have days where I would try something different and I would not be sure about something. And then I just felt self-conscious. I wasn't sure, and it didn't give me confidence. In fact, it eroded my confidence. And so somebody might have a good eye for style, but if you don't know this information, then it breeds uncertainty. It breeds the opposite of confidence. It breeds self-consciousness in a lot of ways. And it can also breed frustration. It can cost you more money because you end up buying things that you don't actually like or wear, or that aren't right for you. Maybe you loved it on your friend and you bought something and it wasn't right for you. And you're like, well, I guess I just wasted money on that thing. I just don't know what's right for me. And then it can just make you feel bad about yourself. I don't want you to be self-deprecating. I want you to be empowered. And when you know this information, it gives you power over your style, power to choose what you know is right for you, power to show up as the fabulous and amazing woman you are. Now, it doesn't mean you have to strut down the street like a fashionista every single day. Whether you are a fashionista or you're just wanting to look polished and put together, doesn't matter. This information will help you to get it together. It will help you to take your style game to a new level. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling frumpy, you're in the right place. And this information will help you to jumpstart your style. If you're already feeling good about your style, this information will help you take it to the next level. And if you still want to take it to the next level, if you feel like, hey, I already took it to the next level, but what's next? There's always another level. And it really is just looking at things deeper and deeper and deeper. And so I'm just going to give you the light version today, which is kind of what we did in our Find Your Signature Style program. It's just kind of the light. Let's get your feet wet. Let's give you some easy, actionable steps so you can make small tweaks that will make a massive difference in your wardrobe. That's what Find Your Signature Style does. And I would love, love, love to have you sign up for that. And I tell you what, this is not a sales pitch, but from the bottom of my heart, I believe in this information because I have seen it transform my clients' style, and not only their style, but their lives, their confidence, how they feel about themselves. I have seen it over and over and over. And I know it works. I know for a fact it works. And at $47, you can't afford not to have this information. You cannot afford not to go on doing what you're doing, wasting money or spending money on things that aren't right for you. And I say that because I've been in hundreds of closets and I have seen all the clothes that we discard, a lot of them with tags still on. And I'm not here to call you out, but I'm here to say there is a better way. So today I know I'm being a little salty, but I want you to get this. I want you to get that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle. You can look polished and put together tomorrow. You can look great and feel great tomorrow. Today, really. So go download the course, go grab it. The link is in the show notes. Come back, let me know. I put my heart and soul into that course, and I designed it so it's the first step. So whether you know nothing about style or whether you're already very familiar with what I teach or the basic principles, you will gain some wonderful information from this course. You'll also take our Signature Style ID quiz. Now, this is based on something that I created 12 years ago that has helped so many of my clients to really pinpoint what their style is. So if you say, I don't have a style, my style is all over the map, then okay, it's okay. We are here for you. We are here to meet you where you are. So let's dive in. All right. Number one, color. Of course, I'm going to start with color, right? I'm writing this book on color. I'm getting ready to go to Black Mountain. I'm going to be finishing this book, and pretty soon, get ready because I'm going to be giving away my very first chapter. And the first chapter is a powerful one. So I want you to be the first to know about it. So be on the lookout for that very, very soon. But the first thing I want you to think about is color. Color is the first thing that we notice. And so if you don't get the colors right, typically you're not going to get the other things right. And I tell clients, like, you could have something that fits your body like a glove, but if it's not the right color for you, it's not really doing you any favors. But I see that color is one of the biggest things that women miss the mark on because they don't know some of their fundamental colors. Now, in Find Your Signature Style, you will walk away with at least 2 of your key signature colors. Knowing those colors will guide you to other colors that are right for you. And knowing these 2 colors will be a game changer. Just that alone, if you just know these 2 colors. And it's going to really help you to give you a roadmap so that you have somewhere to start. What I find is that so many women walk into a store, and like my client, Jennifer, many clients have told me this exact same story. But let's say my client, Jennifer, she isn't a style maven. She doesn't love style. She doesn't think of herself as a style person. And so for years, when she would go shopping, she would say, okay, look in my closet, needs clothes, let me go shopping. She would walk into a department store or even a boutique, and she would get overwhelmed or intimidated, and she would go to what she knew. You know what that was? Another pair of black pants, or maybe it was a white blouse, but rarely was it anything beyond that. She would rush to the cash register, rush home, sometimes without even trying them on. And then I got to her closet. I'm like, what is going on here? You got, 30 pairs of black pants. You don't know what fits you. And you don't have any variety and you wonder why you're stuck in a rut. And so, she didn't know what her colors were. She didn't know all these other elements either, but she did not know what other colors looked good on her. And so when you know what colors to wear, when you have your color capsule, if you want a color analysis, reach out. I also do that. If you want to go deeper with that, there is a link in the show notes. And what I do with a color analysis is I also create a color capsule. And when you get 2 color capsules, you get your Fabulous 5 color capsule, which are your 5 absolute best colors. And then you get a seasonal color capsule, which is one that right now, if you're in the States, it's fall and winter. If you're in Australia, I know you're on a different time season or timetable, but you get a seasonal color capsule based on the colors that are hot this season and based on what's right for you. And so when you have a color capsule, hey, I'm building my wardrobe around these 5 colors this season. It gives you a strategy. Even if you just have that, you have a strategy. You can easily walk into a store and say, nope, ditching the black and I'm going for this. Or maybe I'm going for black and I'm also bringing in X, Y, and Z colors. I've had so many women tell me this color capsule has been just a game changer for them. Because it's like a plan. When you walk in, I will give you an example. We had a party recently, a birthday party for my son and my stepdaughter. And we had a lunch gathering and we had a busy week. I've been traveling and doing all sorts of things. And I hadn't really had a chance to plan the menu. And I was feeling really overwhelmed. You know why? Because anything was an option. Anything was an option. I could have made spaghetti and meatballs. I could have ordered pizza. I could have made pot roast. I could have just said, hey, we're having soup and sandwiches. Anything was an option. And then I asked my family and they're like, I don't care. Whatever you make is good, because they are, fortunately, they're not super picky. And then I talked to my mom who was coming and she's like, hey, I'm going to bring Brunswick stew. I'm like, great. Okay, that gives me a starting point. Now I know I'm working around Brunswick stew. And I was able to plan my menu around that. And I'm going to give Wegmans a plug, because I tell you what, I went to Wegmans and they saved the day. And if you've ever had a birthday cake from Wegmans, it is actually really good. The icing's not too sweet. The cake tasted, even my mom said the cake tasted like it was homemade. So plug for them. And they had banana pudding that was so good, so rich and decadent, but it was good. But once I had that starting point, I was able to build my menu. I was able to say, okay, now we're going to make some ham and cheese sliders and we're going to make coleslaw and I'm going to make some baked beans because, that's what my family enjoys. We're going to have some chips. I did a cheese board because I always have to have a cheese board. And we were able to build things around that. But once I had a starting point, it all fell into place. It's like having a color capsule. It's like going shopping. You go shopping, when you have a color capsule, it's a guide. You have a place to go. Now, you don't need me to build a color capsule. I'm happy to build a color capsule if you want a color analysis, but you can come up with your own color capsule. You can get into your closet right now, although I do recommend find your signature style and find at least 2 of your core colors, 2 of your best colors, I should say, 2 of your signature colors, let me get that right, that will guide you. And then anything you build around it will go with those 2 colors and it's all going to coordinate. It's all going to mix and match. But if you don't know, you don't know. And you're just guessing. It's like shooting in the dark. And then if anything's an option, guess what? You're going to end up with anything and it's probably not going to go together. And then you wonder, why do I have too many clothes and nothing goes together? This is why you can't get dressed in the morning, because you don't have a strategy and you don't have a plan. And it starts with color. Even if you just find out about color, even if you just do a color analysis, although if you do find your signature style, you get 3 key things: your color, your body type and your signature silhouettes, and your style, which is all part of what we're talking about today, because that's the fundamentals. When you know those, you have your foundation. This is what I've used for 14 years to help my clients create what I call your personal image blueprint. It is truly your blueprint, because once you know that, you just connect the dots. And then you walk into a store and hey, I need A-line skirts. I need skinny jeans. I need peplum tops. I need V-necks. And so number 2, body type. Whose body are you dressing? And this is where a lot of women get it wrong, Because guess what? Our bodies change. Actually, going back to color, our coloring changes. As we age, we lose pigment from our hair, our skin, and our eyes. And so even if you had your colors done 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, your coloring now might be very different. I know mine is. As I've gotten a little bit older, I've been doing color analysis for 14 years. I had mine done when I first started. My hair was a lot darker. And so now I've been able to change it up a little bit. And I've also found out, hey, I'm a little bit of a split season. I can wear some warmer colors. So there are nuances to it. Like, it's always changing. It's never the same. Kind of like your style, kind of like your body type. It's always changing. And so if you've got all these moving parts, you have to kind of stay on top of it. And so for number 2, know your body and know what looks good on it. Now, when I say know your body, ladies, all right, are you ready to throw judgment out the window? Let's do it. Because I tell you what, your body is gorgeous right now. Right now. I don't care if you've gained 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 20 pounds, or you need to gain 10 pounds, 5 pounds, or 20 pounds. I don't care, because the skin you're in right now is gorgeous and amazing. I don't care what you think your flaws are. There are no flaws. There are only considerations. And when you can look at your body with gratitude and be grateful that you're here, that you're alive, that you're able to have the challenges of getting dressed, then you know what? You've got a lot to be grateful for. So a little bit of a reframe for you, but I don't want you saying anything negative about yourself, because I've heard way too much. And I spent many years myself doing that. And we're not going to do that today. We are going to embrace the bodies we're in without judgment. Without judgment. I don't want to hear your hips are too big, or your bust line is too big, or your tummy's too big, or whatever. Nothing is too big. It just is. It's neutral. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not right. It's not wrong. It just is. And so when you can really assess your body without judgment, here's what I want you to think about. First of all, what is my body right now? Not 5 years ago or 20 years ago, or the body you think you have. What is my shape right now? When you know what your shape is, that solves a lot of challenges. I have seen too many women who maybe they used to be an hourglass and now they're an apple, and they're still trying to fit into those fit and flare dresses, and it's just too snug at the waist and then too snug at the bust, and then the skirt looks really big and it just doesn't look right. But they don't know any better. So they're still trying to wear what they used to be able to wear, what used to look really good on them. But they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. But you know. So you know if it pulls, if it's snug, it's not right. Reassess and ask yourself this one question. And this is really without judgment, but it will guide you and help you. Where am I largest? Where am I largest? And the reason you do that is because that's what you want to fit first. Is it your bust line? Is it your tummy, your hips, your thighs, your bum, your arms? What is it? It doesn't matter. But when you can assess that, that is what I call a consideration. Your consideration, it's never a flaw. Your consideration is that I have to fit my bust line first. For me, it's my shoulders. If it's a dress or a jacket, I have to fit my shoulders first. And so I know I could find a dress that fits in the waist, but if it doesn't fit my shoulders, it is a no-go. And so I know I have to fit that first. I have kind of a wide waistline. And even though I'm an hourglass, my waist is a little bit wider. Because I have a wide rib cage. Have a big upper body. And I know if I'm wearing a skirt, I have to fit my waist first before my hips, because my waist is largest. It might fit in the hips, but if it's too tight in the waist, it's not going to work. And so I can ask myself without judgment, does this fit? Okay, no, not the right skirt for me. Move on, something different. Fit the largest part of you first. Pants, dresses, whatever it is, fit the largest part of you first. And then ask yourself, well, do the other places fit? Can I have it altered? Or is it just completely wrong? So that will guide you. But when you can understand what your signature silhouettes are, really get a feel for, well, what hangs well on my body? What shapes do I like? That's something that we cover in Find Your Signature Style. We help you understand not only what your body type is right now, but also what your signature silhouettes are. so that you know when you walk into so that you know when you walk into a store what style shirt you want, what style jeans are right for you, what cut dress works best, what do you need to stay away from, because that will guide you. Then not everything is an option, and when not everything is an option, it makes it easier. Let's say you had 10 choices and you only have to pick out one. Well, that makes it a little confusing, right? But what if you walk into a store and by the time you've narrowed down color, you've narrowed down your shapes, you've only got 3 or 4 options and they all look great? Well, it makes it a little bit easier to narrow down what's right. All right, number 3, style. Now, I'm talking about knowing what your true style is. What is your style? And I hear from a lot of women, I don't have a style. I've never had a style. I used to have a style, but I've lost it. Or my style is all over the map. One day I'm a little bit boho. The next day I'm a little bit country. Next day I'm a little bit rock and roll. You know, Donnie Marie, I'm a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll. I used to love that show. And I used to love it when they sang that song, but I'm totally dating myself. So who else watched Donnie Marie? Do you remember that? Oh, anyway, blast from the past. But when you know what your style is, you know what's right for you. I know when I was just starting out as a style coach, I've always had a pretty clear idea of my style, but I didn't know for a fact. Like I didn't have words to put around it. And I found myself often swayed by someone whose style I admired. I remember my sister, for example, she's got great style, but our styles are very, very different. But I remember she's always loved Lily Pulitzer. And if I look at the prints, like just look at them, I love them. Beautiful, beautiful colors, love the whimsical drawings. They're fun, they're playful. But I put that on, I'm like, ooh, girl, that is not me. It just didn't look right. It didn't feel right. And there were times where I would try to wear something because I thought, well, I should. Like my sister Kristen can wear it and she looks great in it, but why can't I? Like, what's wrong with me? And then I come to realize, well, Kristen's style is a little bit more contemporary, a little bit of classic. I'm more dramatic, more romantic, more, sporty, like dramatic, romantic, and sporty. That's my full style finder ID. And Kristen's is, what is it? Contemporary, classic, and whimsical, I believe. And so if you look at that, like that's polar opposite almost. And so it's helped me to know what I can, what I like for me, like what I should be wearing. And then it's helped me to be able to say, hey, I appreciate that. I like that, but that's not right for me. And so I can look at someone else's style and admire it, but no, that style isn't the right style for me. Whether it's, somebody's full on flowy dresses or, a style of boot, a style of shoe, a way to put something together. I see a lot of things that are really popular on Instagram, a lot of style hacks, a lot of, looks. And I love them, but I know, hey, that's not going to really work for me. But then sometimes I try things, maybe I'll tweak it and I'll find a way I can wear it. That's where you find your own style. But when you know, hey, I'm dramatic, that's a little too trendy for me, or that's a little too classic for me. That's where you know, or hey, I am a little bit more classic. That's a little too dramatic for me, or that's a little too edgy. You know where your boundaries are. And this is where I always tell people, ask yourself, how do I feel? How does it make me feel? Do you put it on, you light up, you're like, oh my gosh, I have found myself. Or do you put it on, you're like, who is that looking back at me in the mirror? You know when you put it on. But getting there sometimes can be a challenge. Now, when you find your signature style, you will take our style ID quiz. It's our mini quiz. So it just gives you one style word, but it helps you to zero in on just that one word. One word is a great place to start. Sometimes you get all three, it's like, ooh, too much. So it helps you to zero in on one word. And I tell you what, so many women have helped. So many of my clients have just, I love the look on their face when they find their word, when they hear it, when they see it. I remember one of our clients, Linda, came in and she took the quiz and she just lit up. She's like, it was like validation for her. It was like, okay, now I have clarification. Now I have validation. Now I know with confidence that I'm classic. Now I know. I kind of thought I might be. And it's not, it's almost just that quiet confirmation of like, yes, like this is who I am. And not that anybody needs it, but I've found that a lot of women need that permission almost to step into who they are. And if that's you, then I want to be that for you. I want to give you that if you need it or desire it. I want to give you permission to step into your true style, to be who you are, and to be the best representation of it. I don't want you wearing something that doesn't feel right for you. I want you to know in your heart of hearts, this is who I am. This is how I want to dress. This is how I want to show up. But your style is everything you do. It's who you are. It's how you show up. It's not the clothes. It's not the clothes. It's who you become in the clothes. And it's the way that you put things on. You could put on jeans and a t-shirt in a way that nobody else would ever wear them. That's you putting on your own style. That's you expressing your true personality. It's your shoes, your jeans, your accessories, your makeup, your hair, your mannerisms. It's who you are. It's your essence. Your style is described as the essence of who you are. Your style, if you look it up, it's not described as the clothes that you put on. It is described as the essence of who you are. And I want you to find that essence and know, what handbag do you invest in? Know, what color do I paint my walls in my bedroom? Know, what kind of flowers do I want? What do I like? And then it all comes together. You know, those friends that you have that have a really strong sense of their style, and you see something when you're out shopping. Maybe it's somebody who has a signature color, or maybe somebody who has a signature print, or they just have a certain way of wearing something. And you're out shopping and you see something and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so Jennifer. That's so Christine. That's so Jessica. You know when you see it. But if you're all over the map and you're not sure about your own style, I know it can feel hard. It can feel challenging. And it can feel like you don't know yourself. I want you to know yourself. And knowing your style is such a great way to do that. All right, number 4, let's talk about your closet. You may have the most beautiful, most organized closet in the world, but if you don't have the right clothes in it, it's not working for you. And so if you walk in your closet and you think, oh, it's such a beautiful closet, I love the space, but then you go to touch your clothes and you're like, well, don't like that shirt, don't like that shirt, don't like that shirt, not sure about that color, don't like the way that fits. You don't have the right clothes. And so that may be your issue. Maybe your issue is that you have way too many clothes and you can't find the good stuff. You can't get to anything because it's just jam-packed. So your closet could be the big part of your challenge. Now, so many clients have told me, they've quoted me when I've said this, but it is true. Your closet is the result of your habits. And your habits are created by your knowledge, by what you know, by what you choose to do. And if you know your color, if you know your best colors, if you know what body you're dressing, if you know what your style is, you can have better habits. Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. And when you know better, you do better. And so if you know this information, then you can build a better closet. Then you can build a better wardrobe. You can actually build a wardrobe. I talk so much about creating your wardrobe, building capsules. And it starts with the first 3 elements: color, body, style. When you know that, that is the foundation of what you wear. Everything will fall into place. And then you can build the closet that's right for you. And you can get rid of, without guilt, the pieces that are working against you. You know what I'm talking about? Those pieces that, oh, I paid too much money for it, but I just can't let it go, but I don't want to wear it. You try, maybe tomorrow is the day I'm going to wear that, $350 trench coat. Maybe tomorrow is the day I'm going to wear those $600 boots. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to wear that $75 t-shirt. And you put it on and you cock your head in front of the mirror and you're like, well, Well, I'm not sure. Not sure means no. Not sure means get rid of it, stat. Not sure means it's taking up way too much space in your closet. So maybe you excavate it from your closet. Maybe you put it in a maybe pile. Maybe you have a holding rack, a holding tank, and you think about it. And then maybe you'll have a great idea and realize, ooh, I can actually style this in a different way. Or maybe you'll realize, you know what? My friend Linda would look great in this top. Maybe I'll just gift it to her. Or maybe you decide to sell it. Whatever. Let it go because it's not serving you. Number 5, the real reason you can't get dressed is because you don't have a strategy. You don't have a strategy. You're just buying clothes willy-nilly. Maybe you're shopping on your lunch break and you pop into a boutique and you see something on sale and you add it to your closet. You don't have a strategy. You're not thinking about, well, what colors am I bringing in this season? Maybe you're not paying attention to the trends. Maybe you're not paying attention to how am I going to update my accessories? Or what do I need to pay attention to this season? What's the saying? When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. When you don't have a strategy, you're just shooting in the dark. You're just hoping. You're walking into your closet, whatever it looks like, whether it's the beautiful closet or looks like a bomb went off, which my closet certainly has looked that way. So I am not criticizing anybody. I am right there with you. But whatever it looks like, then you need the right clothes. And it starts with knowing your colors, knowing what your body type is and what your silhouettes are, knowing what your style is, building the closet of your dreams, or at least building the wardrobe of your dreams. And what I mean by that is you're curating, you're cultivating. You're not letting everything in. You have a red velvet rope around your closet, and you're only letting those pieces in that are going to fit you, flatter you, help you feel amazing, and that you love. Then you will be able to get dressed quickly and easily every day because you have pieces that you love. You have pieces that you know are going to fit you. You don't have to get in your closet and wonder, well, which pair of black pants actually fits me today? You know, you've gotten rid of the ones that don't. You only have pieces in your closet that you can wear right now. And you walk in, anything's an option. You've taken the time to build capsules. You've taken the time to curate outfits. You've done your homework. You walk in and you're like, oh, you just breathe the sigh of relief because it's a sanctuary. Now, I'm not talking about a sanctuary in that it is the absolute neatest closet ever, although that's nice, but that's really not what this is about. What it's about is having the right pieces in there so you can get dressed at a moment's notice. I have so many periods, I have so many things going on in my life that I love that I can walk into my closet and literally in 5 minutes or less, I can put together a great outfit. And a lot of it is because I spend time thinking about playing with my clothes, putting together an outfit. A lot of times I'll lay out my clothes ahead of time. Sometimes if I know I'm going to have a busy week, I'll, put together outfits for the next 3 or 4 days. Or I'll kind of slice and dice things. I'll play around. Ooh, I could wear this with this. And I'll kind of hang some things together for the next couple of days. It makes it so easy and so effortless. And then that helps me to know, well, here's what I need. I've got all these great outfits. What would look great? Trench coats are hot this fall. I'm going to get a great trench coat. Or I'm missing some great solid tops. Maybe I'm going to grab some of those shadow dancing tops. Now, you guys may have heard me talk about those. That has been probably one of our best-selling tops at the boutique, the shadow dancing top. Now, it is not for everybody, although it can fit every body type and every style, and it comes in 9 colors. So for $34, it's a great, I call it an upscale t-shirt. It's not a t-shirt, it's not a knit, but it's kind of styled like a t-shirt with a cuffed sleeve, so you can dress it up, dress it down. But if you're missing solid tops, maybe that's a great style for you. The link to Style Finder, the Style Finder website is actually shopstylefinder.com, or you can find it in the bio, or you can find it in the show notes. But that's a great piece to bring in if it's right for you. If it's not, find something else. But take note, where are the gaps? What am I missing? What is keeping me from getting dressed? And when you can put that together and create, even if it's just a very, 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 even if it's just a very, very, very basic strategy, having a strategy by knowing your colors, knowing your silhouettes, knowing your style, editing your closet. In fact, I encourage you, go back and listen to episodes number 107 and 108. Be the editor of your wardrobe, because that is really going to help. It's going to walk you through what you need to be thinking about. But when you know the three elements, color, body, and style, that's the foundation. That is what I teach and have taught for years. And that is the game-changing information. And I know it can be really, it can be an investment to work with a style coach. However, our course, Find Your Signature Style, I'm a master style coach. I put my heart and soul into Find Your Signature Style, and we're offering it for less than $50. I would love to have you take this course because I know how much of a difference it can make. And I bet if you walk into your closet right now and look at some of your clothes, you'll realize you've probably got hundreds of dollars worth of clothes that you're not wearing. I want you to buy only what's right for you. So go take this course, find out what's right for you. I am here to support you every step of the way and would love to have you Find Your Signature Style. So, all right, ladies. So I'm going to go back through the 5 elements. Color, know your best colors. Know your body type and your signature silhouettes. Know your style. And number 4, build your perfect closet. Or I should say, edit your closet. Number 5, create your strategy. Your strategy starts with knowing the first 3 elements and can make such a difference, saving you time, saving you money, and saving you frustration so that you can get dressed quickly and easily every day and looking and feeling your best. I want you to wake up every day and feel excited to get dressed, and then you feel confident when you get out of your closet. I want that for you. You deserve that, because you are fabulous. All right, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you love Find Your Signature Style. Go sign up for that. Link is in the show notes, and let me know what you loved. Let me know what your questions are. We're also going to be offering some upgrades. So you can join us for some live Q&As. You can join us for some master classes, and we're going to be offering all the resources to help you keep your style on point. I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. If you love this episode, I would love if you'd go share it with a friend. And don't forget to leave me a review. Mwah. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michele, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michele and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.